Typically, they say so much about the free flight of the imagination, about almighty genius, that they forget about the sociological conditions, not to mention others, on which all of this depends at every step. No matter how individual every creation is, it always contains a social coefficient. In this sense, no invention will ever be individual in the strict sense. It will always involve some element of anonymous collaboration. Chapter 4: Imagination in Children and Adolescents. The functioning of creative imagination proves to be very complex and depends on a whole series of extremely diverse factors. It is quite obvious that this activity cannot be the same in children as it is in adults because these factors take different forms in the different stages of childhood. This is why during every developmental stage of childhood, creative imagination operates in a particular way, one that is characteristic of the particular stage of the child development. We have seen that imagination depends on experience, and the child experience forms and grows gradually, and in its profound individuality is different from that of an adult. The children's relationship to its environment, which through its complexity or simplicity, traditions, and influences stimulate and directs the process of creation, is very different from the adults. The interest of the child and the adult also differ, and it is thus easy to understand why children's imagination functions differently from an adult. How then does a child's imagination differ from that of an adult? The opinion still persists that a child's imagination is richer than that of an adult. Childhood is considered the time when fantasy is most highly developed, and according to this belief, as the child develops, his imagination and the strength of his fantasy diminishes. This opinion is based on a whole series of observations of the working of the imagination.